I just want to know why I keep attracting the same type of men. Because you're the same. Whatever energy you're putting off, you keep attracting the same, whether they're, I'm going to say it, they're not, what you would call husband material. Because husband material means they can provide, they should have some type of vision. Because my thing is, if you want to marry me, I'll be like, dude, where we going? I'm going to help me. You got to give me something
To help you.
to connect to help. But then you got a lot of men out there, and I'm just talking from the area that I roll in, and that's as a professional woman that, over the last several years have made six figures. So I a woman like myself, and I've got a lot of girlfriends like this, I'm not necessarily looking for you to pay my rent. There's a lot of women out there are, but that's not me. So if you know that you're looking for a different kind of guy, then what do you have to do within yourself? Because you're attracting who you are. So what do you have to do to be able to attract the kind of man that you really want? And that means you got to get your assets together. Because he needs something else. Do you know exactly what a man needs of that caliber? He's got a high power position. Maybe he owns a business or multiple businesses. Do you know what a man of that caliber needs? Spirit, soul, and body. And especially if you're married to him. And a lot of times infidelity comes in because something is lacking because of whatever due to lack of, not to say that some people just have no morals, but all things being equal, there's a lot of conversations that's not happening in relationships because I'm finding from the conversations that I'm having with women that they don't want to talk about certain things. So all of a sudden your man wants you to try something or do something. You're like, I ain't never done that before. Now you bringing all comparison relationships into the, I've seen something on Facebook the other day. It says sex was supposed to be a discovery, not an exhibit. You're not supposed to be bringing all these relationships into your marriage, man, because you done been with all these other people. Johnny didn't hit it like that. I don't know why you do why you do it. You're not supposed to know about Johnny. And so basically what they were saying was there should be a period of detoxing and all of that before you come into a relationship. So
And my pastors believe that you should wait 3 years.
really, why 3? Why that number?
3 because in terms of first you're discovering who you are. And then you're looking at what do you want.
Back to what we just said.
So you need that time to reflect.
Yeah.
And like you said, detox. From those old relationships.
I think a lot of refer to them as soul ties and doing what you do.
Yeah. So he always feels as if 3 years is a good time before you get into another serious relationship.
And so as women, you have to be working on, I call them there's a aura about a woman. There was something that was on Pat the day that she was going up those stairs and Dewey was coming down. And she said she looked a hot mess. He could care less. Tears on her face, probably snot running because she running up there to complain about her soon to be passed. But he didn't care. So it was something that she was exuding that he was like, whoop, aren't you Patricia?
And don't be afraid to ask a question because I asked my friend, I was like, what was it about me?
Exactly.
So, and you shared, why. So don't be afraid to ask.
And that is in every woman. But that thing that's in every woman is pretty much only going to connect with the right man. It's not going to connect with every man. Now, it may get misused by every man because he's looking for something else. He really doesn't. He's not really honing in on that. But, I just watched, I was listening to Dewey and Pat's story. I was like, shit. Your past was your past and you didn't even know it. You was like, you know what? You should have been celebrating. But I think as women, we have to work on our assets that we bring to a relationship so that when we connect with that guy, he recognizes the gifts that we are. Because here's one thing. If I come into a relationship and what I bring is peace, I bring you inspiration. The things that I bring to the table, first of all, I know how to build a business. So if you got $1 million business, we're gonna take that to 3 in about 4 to 5 years. We're gonna get that thing there. So I know what I bring to the table. I bring expansion. I've been calling myself the multiplier. Most women are. You know, and I know that I can multiply you. So it's like, you know, like, babe, you know, why every time I talk to you, you know, I feel like I can run through a wall and go make $50,000 in a day. I don't know, but where's my cut? Where's my cut? But that's what we do for them. Especially if you're looking for a kingdom man and somebody that's a mover and a shaker and a businessman. He don't really want all the stuff that we think. Like that, I was saying the other day, I said, we it's not like he's looking for you to control the situation. Right. He really just wants you to create a space for him to be better than what he is at that moment. If you can bring that to, I see Joanne over there shaking her head.
For me, it wasn't always true. It wasn't true because.
Well, you gotta, it works on both sides because you still have to have somebody who knows who he is.
That was the issue. Wonderful person. Family loves him. Still living with him. Divorced. However, when we started, I was a go-getter. Pushy. Let's do. You know, let's buy a house because it's just you and I, no children. You know, let's get a house, rent it out, and we can, you know, by the time we're ready to retire, we can sell it and whatever. It didn't work. He just never felt the need to expend himself beyond.
What do you mean when you say that? Beyond
the 9 to 5 he had or the job that he had.
There's no vision.
None. I didn't know
that. Because it's instinctively in you to be able to help me. So it's the questions that came out of you weren't strange because you tried to help.
They weren't strange, but it was just the answers that I got. I thought I was getting the right answers at the time. And then I left to go to school for a year because I had just only done high school, so I went to a little extension for college. Came back with business ideas. Look, you're a carpenter. Let's do such and such and so forth. Build. You
getting ready to multiply his life.
Before the California closets came out. Let's
do
the California closets type thing. You know,
right?
Okay. I'll get back to work in 9 5. Ended up as an IT manager through talk, not through actual experience, but I talked my way up. And then there was the tub refinishers because a lot of Bermudians had revamping their house. Let's do the tub refinishing. Okay. Anyway, divorced.
It's like divorced. You're part of 52%.
Moved out, bought a house in Atlanta. The year after I got divorced, he came help me fix it up and everything. You know.
Okay.
Great person, but just no drive.
No drive, no vision.
He tore me down.
So I'm gonna bring this up. So what do you guys think about the word being unequally yoked? I'm gonna throw that out there.
I think it's more biblical. I think it's not, we always throw it out as a biblical thing, but I think it's more than biblical. You know, it's personalities. You know, it's your love language. You know, it's all of that. You know, it's more. It's like you said, it's mind, body, and soul. It's not just your religion. We because it's in the Bible.
We just like it's a biblical coined phrase, but it's really a universal type phrase that basically we use that word to say there's mismatch. We have nothing in common. And I think that's what's happening with a lot of couples that came together in their youth, not understanding marriage and knowing their roles as marriage, and all of a sudden the kids are gone. So there's nothing to do anymore where you're just running around dropping the kids off, right? And then all of a sudden you wake up one day and go, who are you? And you also have the case where one continues to grow and the other one doesn't. That's a lot of what I'm seeing. And primarily the women are growing and the men aren't. And it could be the other way around, but the cases that I'm communicating with right now, the women professionally they're growing. And here's the thing about a woman. If you don't give her a vision, she'll create one. So now you got a situation where she's in the house, she's creating her own thing and she's running and he's sitting there going, well, what about me? Well, you didn't give me anything to multiply, so I multiplied my own, And so now you got all this imbalance, in the home. And so now your kids are looking at the imbalance. And so now this thing is being perpetuated in another generation. So I got into this particular segment with the finances. What do you think about the coming together of the finances when you got two single individuals, and we're going to wrap this up, and how the money should be done. I like to know your thoughts as far as the money. You guys are ballers in your own right. You don't need a man to take care of you and pay your rent like some of the girls on the street say, I just need him to pay my rent. Girl, please, you just a basic chick. Anyway, queens we don't do pay the rent.
I don't know. I think I've been raising a bit of a perception of what's yours is mine and what's mine is mine.
I thought she was going to say the other way, but go ahead. Anyway, that's cute. I get you.
And so, so definitely the whole idea that you're going to provide is huge for me. But also because of the way that I have lived the past 48 years of my life, it's more like I'm not even going to trust that you're going to have it because I know that I'm going to have it. You know, I'm not going to wait for you not to pay the electrical bill. I'm going to make sure that it gets paid. And if you do something about it, great. And if you don't. So, yeah.
But what does that perpetuate on the inside of him if he knows if he doesn't pay it, you're going to pay it?
Well, I think
what do you think?
Not having been married for a couple of years now, and being in marriages where they never picked up the mantle. So I was always, it sort of felt like I was rowing the boat by myself, you know, in the marriage. And then when I really examined it, I'm like, well, a minute, you are rowing the boat by yourself. Get rid of the dead weight.
So you could be further along without that weight in that boat. It's like, get out of here.
Bounce, baby, bounce. So, yeah, I think that it hasn't set me up for a successful integration of finances because I know what my pot looks like. I know what I can achieve. I know that I'm going to achieve it. I'm not going to let my kids starve. If you blow your money doing whatever, that's on you, you know. And so I find like that's the part about it that I think is hard. I've gotten with the two marriages that I have had, the same thing. Just lack of wanting to jump in, take responsibility, put my name on the bill. You know, I have my own house, so yeah, my name's on the electricity bill. So if you're coming to and you're not taking me out of my house and we're here, then you're just sort of filling in space and not really being a full-fledged partner.
What's the benefit?
That's why we hit the road. There's no benefit. And I think a lot of this is about settling.
Yeah.
That's what I hear when I'm hearing this for myself. I'm like, okay, so you settle for a scenario where you want it to be happy, you want to be in a relationship, you want to be in a marriage. I like in the Islamic aspect of things, no dating. So you're either married or you're not, right? So under the same circumstances, like, well, okay, you know, not having great, you know, experience of trying to get to really know how you're going to operate in this scenario, a scenario that I have under control, thank you very much. So whatever you do, you do. So unfortunately, the attitude.
Where does it come from that you have to combine your resources?
I think it's on an individual basis. It's most people. Some people will say they have like expense accounts. Like you have one account to pay all the bills out of. I think it's up to the individual couple. I'm old school. He paying the bills. Because I just believe that he is the provider and he should make sure that if you want to marry me, then you're saying you want to take care of me. And I'm not saying I'm not a baller and we're not going to do investments and all of that. But when it comes to the roof and all that's connected to that, so when I wake up in the morning, I got water, cold and hot, and lights, babe, you didn't pay the light bill. You know? And I want to bring this up. Because there are some relationships where the woman makes a lot more money than he does. And the situation is such that is the woman that's making the six figures going to be okay living within the budget that he can provide? So we've run out of time and we need to continue this next month. But that's, y'all got to get, I don't have to go anywhere. I'm here chilling.
It's unequally yoked.
Okay,
So, but this is, guys, I'm serious. This happens.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Say someone does make less than you,
Mm-hmm.
but they can provide in other ways.
Mm-hmm.
So they're taking care of the household, they're doing all the fixtures and stuff around the house
Mm-hmm.
that would be equal to providing the same, so that you're not.
And if you're okay with that, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But they're just like myself. I for security, that's just something on the inside of me that when I wake up in the morning, I want to be able to. That's just like I want to wake up in the morning and he say, "Good morning, beautiful." That's like you may not need that. When I open up my eyes and he says, "Good morning, beautiful," hey, that's just me. But so what I'm saying is, I just want to know. I don't care if I make $300,000 a year. I just want to know that he is providing for me. So, and here's the thing: you may marry a man or connect with a man. He can't connect a nail to a hammer. But he a baller. He know how to pick up that phone and call somebody to come do it. So when I get home, that thing is working. You see what I'm saying? That's what I call security. Security may look different for you. So if your man is making less than you and you guys decide to do the expense account and whatever money is coming from here and that money is coming from there and you pay the bills, as long as that's what security is for you. But here's what I'm finding out. Most women don't know what security is for them. Mm-hmm. And then when they find out, they're in the middle of something that doesn't support that. Mm-hmm. So I think the whole lesson of what we're talking about here tonight is you need to know what you want.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I think it's all right to have a commingled account, provided that you know exactly what it is and you're in full alignment as to what it's going towards, and that you're both jointly benefiting from, and that no one is corrupting that. He's not just going in there and taking on something to spend it, and it wasn't agreed.
Two signatures.
Yeah, so it's a thing where you have I think it's very important as a woman to have your own. You should have your own.
I do too, because you know why?
regardless,
That
no matter
you
what.
need to take the money thing off the table.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why women are settling in some of these relationships is because they need him to pay their rent.
Definitely not.
We know queens don't do rent anyway.
No.
We're like, whatever you got. I'm
Got a
just,
house, got mortgage,
honey,
baby.
no, we got mortgages. I'm just saying. So, so when you bring that to the table, but can you imagine how free you would be?
Yeah.
And how you wouldn't settle for a lot of things if you didn't need him to pay your rent? So there's some stuff you wouldn't settle for. That's why women settle. It's because he shoving out a few $100s every now and then. Babe, I worth more than $1,000 a month. You paying my rent.
Yeah.
so
But that all of that ties you to a relationship.
absolutely. That's not healthy. It's not exactly. And you settle.
Yeah.
And so I think that's what happens. So if a woman basically focuses on getting herself together, getting her own money together, she gets to, here's the thing, most women don't realize they're the chooser in the relationship.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to, it's been a long time, but I done my club days. Have you ever been to a club and you realize how the men just kind of stand around? The women now say that the men won't ask them to dance and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, okay, chick, he waiting on you because first of all, he really don't want to come over there and get that let down.
Yeah.
All you have to do is make eye contact with him. And he gonna come right over there and ask you to dance. Or what's wrong with you saying, I want to dance? Hey, he over there moving up against that. You over here, look, hey, come on, you want to go dance? Yeah.
Yes.
So what's wrong with that?
Yeah.
Instead of you sitting, men don't want to ask you to dance anymore. I said, first of all, they don't want the rejection.
Okay, so
women are the choosers.
Women are the choosers. So
stop waiting to be chosen.
Let's put that in the context of marriage. So what if your significant other says, well, how come you're not asking me to marry you? How come you're not putting a ring on me?
I've asked you to marry me.
That was from the back of the room audience.
So what do we think of that? I got Pat's vein.
I did. I got that
because my man's sort of like, I'm like, and he's just like, yeah, me
Put
too.
a ring on it.
And I'm sort of like, okay, so maybe I should go ahead and get you my Cracker Jack ring,
and propose to him.
and propose to you and say, okay, now it's done. Now we can move forward to the next thing.
It's a leap year this year.
It's a leap year. Ooh, leap year.
Honestly, as long as you know what you want and that's okay with you, I'm saying go for it. But that some women out there are saying, I wouldn't do that. I want him to propose to me. I want him to be the pursuer. I want him to be the
I think
chaser.
like what you said, you have to be comfortable with it.
Yeah.
Because
You
at
have
the
to
end
know.
of
You
the
have to
day,
know what
if
you
you're not
want.
comfortable and you ask it,
Mhm.
you may resent him
Yeah.
for not asking you,
Yeah.
and that may be a problem later on.
Mhm.
So as long as you're comfortable with it, then
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
Because I
thought.
knew my
It's
husband
a
was
thought.
chasing me. I was like, okay, well, then this is what's supposed to happen, so I'm just going to ask this day. And that's what it is. So, when we get married, huh? Yeah.
Po
I'm
do
going
it.
to get down on one knee and ask you, okay. I got down on the one knee. I'll never forget that day. He said, get up, get up, get up. That's what your man's supposed to do. I was like, okay. So, I'm just